Okay, boys and girls, so today we're going to review yesterday's letter of the day. We got practice by forming the letter with our Google Classroom assignment. I looked it over. I'm going to try to help you out with that a little more today. Some of you did very well. Some of you need a little more practice, but we can always practice, which will help us improve. And we're going to continue matching the beginning sounds to the objects. So on the third slide is my YouTube Studios channel. Some families have already connected to that channel. If you have not received an email from me through YouTube Studios, please send me a message so that way I can resend the invite and get you connected there, because I have all of our videos posted there for us to look at together. Okay, we're gonna do our alphabetical sound right now. I know yesterday Alina did a great job helping us. I was gonna see, Eliana's not here. Okay. Roslyn, I have you on the list. Can you help us out today, or no? Yes or no? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, wonderful. So you're gonna help us out today.
Pay attention.
As soon as you're done taking your last bite, you're gonna be focused and you're gonna help us out with the sounds of the letters. Are you ready? And everyone's gonna follow along. He's gonna help you guys out today. Ready?
You have to repeat.
A,
Apple, A.
B,
B, bat, B.
C, cat,
C, cat,
D, dog, D.
D, dog, D.
E,
E, and A.
fun.
F, fun.
G, game, G.
G, game, G.
H, hat.
H, hat.
I, itch,
I, H, A.
J, jug, J.
J, J, J.
K, kite.
K, kite, K.
L, lamp, O.
L, lamp, O.
M, man,
M, man,
N, nut,
N, nut,
O, octopus, ah.
O, octopus, R.
P, pen.
P, pan,
Q, U, queen, qua.
Q, U, queen, qua.
R, rat,
R, rat,
S, snake.
S, snake.
T, top.
T, tap. U, up, R. V, van, V.
W, wind, what?
W, wind, what? X, fox.
Y, yellow, yeah.
Y, yellow, yeah.
Z, zebra,
Z, zebra, Z.
Beautiful. Thank you, Roslyn, for helping us out today. Excellent job. Okay, so let's go back to our presentation. Now wait, before we go back to our presentation, before I show you the screen again, who can refresh Ms. Castro's mind and tell us what was yesterday's letter of the day? What was the letter that we learned? Let's see. Riley, help us out. What was yesterday's letter of the day, Riley?
P.
Very good, Riley. You are correct. It is the letter P. Who can remind Miss Castro, what sound does the letter P make? What sound does it make? Elijah? Good. So when you're doing the sounds, boys and girls, make sure the P is almost similar the way how you do the sound of the H. So you're not going to say pa, okay? You're going to say p, p, okay? Everyone practice that at home together. Ready? P, p. Don't say pa, because we don't say pa only, right? That doesn't sound right. We say pony. So remember, the sound of the P is like this. P, p. It's almost similar to the sound of how we do H. We can barely hear it, okay? So sound of the P is p, p, like pizza. Because we don't say pa-izza, do we? No, that sounds a little strange. Okay, now I can share my screen with you. We're gonna look at a video of the letter P, and we're gonna think of other objects that begin with the letter P. And again, the sound of the P is P, P.
Writing's not that. P. 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 Pen. Pen. P. P. Pie. Pie. P. P.
Tiffany Scanlon, please come
Pig.
on your jacket.
Pig.
Mr. Be outside today. All gym classes will be outside today.
P.
Please make sure you have your children bundled up,
P.
wearing hats, sweaters, coats, everything.
Pizza.
30 minutes.
Pizza. P is for pen. P is for pie. P is for pig. P is for pizza.
Okay, so let's think back to the objects that they showed us on the screen that begin with the letter P. What are some objects that they showed us on the screen that begins with the letter P? Gracie, Mani, go ahead, honey. Name one thing, please.
Miss Harris, please call the main office at extension 151.
Good. So pen begins with the letter P. It could be any style pen. It could be any color pen as well. It could be black, blue, purple, green. They have many different colors of pens. Excellent job, Gracie Mani. What is something else? Jaden, I think I see your hand up. Tell us something else that begins with P, please, Jaden. Go ahead.
And I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, we're going to get a friend to help you out, okay? Let's get a friend. Thank you for being honest, Jaden. No worries. Zaylee, let's help Jaden. What's something else that began with the letter P?
Pizza.
Yes, pizza. Who could forget pizza? Yes, delicious pizza. So we have,
Nuts.
No.
what happened, Caitlin?
No. Peanut.
Peanut.
Peanut. Good. So that is something else that begins with the letter P. Let's think back to the book that we just saw right now. And there's two more objects that they mentioned that begin with the letter P. Aaliyah has two hands up. My goodness, Aaliyah. Okay. What's something else that began with the letter P? Go ahead, Aaliyah.
Pig.
Pig. Very good. The animal. There was one more. Dominic, you might have this for your Thanksgiving feast as a dessert. What was the last object?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, let's get a friend to help you out. So let's have Jace. Jace, what was the last object? It was a type of food.
Pie.
There you go. Very good. Pie. It could be pumpkin pie. It could be apple pie. I'm sure lots of you will have some pie on Thanksgiving Day for your feast. So we have pen, pizza, pie, pig. Look what I'm going to hold on the screen.
I was raising both of my hands.
Who can help us tell what this object is? Riley, thank you for raising your hand. You use it to do your work.
Pencil.
Pencil, very good, Riley, yes. Pencil also begins with the letter P. So all of you boys and girls have an object that begins with the letter P because you use it every day to do your work. All right? Now, Ms. Castro is going to share her screen with you because we're going to go over how to form the letter P. And after looking at your work yesterday, I noticed some of you are a little scared to touch the worm line. So we're going to practice forming the letter P, and we have to remember that it goes all the way down to the worm line. So let me bring this up a little so you can see. Okay, I'm going to stand at the smartboard. Watch as I form the letter P on the screen. Okay? All right, so I'm going to start at the plane line. I'm going to go down, straight down to the worm line. You have to trace that line right back up to the plane line and make a loop and curve into the grass line. That's how you form the lowercase p. I'm going to show you again. And if you want to skywrite with me, stick out your arm. Make sure your elbow's not bent. Put 2 fingers out in front of you, and you're going to skywrite and follow along with Ms. Castro, okay? Start on the plane line, go down to the worm line, trace that line right back up to the plane line, make a loop at the plane line, and curve down into the grass line. And that is how you correctly form the lowercase p. So for the lowercase p, boys and girls, I like that everyone how you did not touch the skyline, because this is not a skyline letter. The lowercase p is a plain line letter, and it even touches the worm line. Now, some of you were doing this, what I noticed in your assignments last night, which you should not do. Some of you were doing this. Don't be afraid to touch the worm line. Go all the way down to the worm line. Some of you are forming your P's like this, and that is incorrect. So I will be working on fixing that for you, and you will see the corrections that I make, okay? So please remember, when you form the letter P, go all the way down to the worm line. I'll show you like this. One more time. Start at the plane line, down to the worm line, trace that line right back up to the plane line, loop and curve into the grass line. Okay, so boys and girls, don't be afraid to touch the worm line. Go down, all the way down to the worm line. I know we're not used to touching the worm line, but this is a worm line letter too, so you can go down to the worm line, okay? So, just for today, what Ms. Castro did was this. Because I have everyone focusing on the iReady assessment, I'm going to show you what you have for your assignment today. Let me go back to sharing my screen. Okay. Since everyone has their passwords and information to log into iReady, that's the focus for today. So I made today's assignment a little more fun. The attendance is there. Again, apologies. I put 6 p.m. as opposed to 6 a.m. So thank you again for reminding me. I looked at that and I fixed it right away. So the other assignments that are due. The sheet for today, it's a little review. It's something fun. And it has to do with autumn, with the season of fall that we're in right now. So your job, boys and girls, I know probably you don't have stamps at home, so don't even worry about it. You're going to simply write the letter that you hear of the picture that they're showing you, because every first letter of the word is missing. So they're giving you a clue and you're going to play detective. You look at the picture, you make that sound. When you say the sound of the word, you listen to the first letter, and that letter that you hear is what you're going to write with your pencil in the square. So the first one is apple. Ah. Who can help Miss Castro figure out what letter makes the sound ah? Raise your hand if you know, and I will call on you. Jaden, I think I see your hand up. Go ahead, Jaden. What sound makes ah? What letter is that?
A.
Very good, Jaden. Excellent job. So in the square, next to the picture of the apple, you will form the lowercase a. Don't use uppercase letters, boys and girls, because we haven't done uppercase letters just yet. So just focus on writing the lowercase letters. The rest of the pictures are this: pumpkin, pie, scissors, leaf, tree, pencil, and book. So it's going over some of the letters that we've already done. And it's a really fun activity because it connects to the season of fall, the season of autumn, and even school, the fact that we are in school, okay? Then for the sight word, today's sight word, boys and girls, is the sight word he. He is spelled H-E. When you use the sight word he, you are speaking in reference to a boy or a man. He, again, is about a boy or a man. So you wouldn't use he if you're talking about a girl or a woman, okay? So when you're talking about dad, uncle, brother, you would use he, okay? So for here, I know majority of you have the packets. So you color the sight word he. Then they have you tracing the sight word he, and you have to write he 3 times on the line. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then you have to glue the word, so the letters are down at the bottom of the sheet. So the first letter that you put would be H, because he starts with the letter H. And then the last letter would be E. So remember to cut that out and glue it into those boxes to form the sight word he. Then your job is to practice reading the sentences, and you're going to circle the sight word he. So I will read you the sentences. He can run fast. I hope he wins. He is tall. Okay, so those are the assignments on your Google Classroom that are due today. So it's the beginning sounds sheet and the sight word he. Okay.